Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat that is scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law that see I did sunrise and sundown. Him I go day like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in the season. Him leaf never I go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now they saw them there like a chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go stand for the judgment of the seed among them in the congregation of the righteous, for the Lord God Jah. Beloved, the way of the righteous and the way of the seed among them always and always. I will perish. Let my people, the people of the Most High God, say, Joe! Kadamawe grobabea tela e higzag beer tanaistalin abashante shante 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 shante. Kadamawe grobabe. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. My name, Black RASTA. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes relocate into the black pot after putting aside all their differences of color, size, aroma, flavor, and even color. Now, when they relocate into the black pot, they are subjected to some good amount of heating, and then they produce food. Ironically, they do not even partake in the eating of the food. It is us, the eaters, who do. That is why we say generational thinking, selflessness is key when it comes to our broadcast on the Black Empire Media. My brother, my sister, a nation that is not ready to sacrifice for its next generation is a useless nation. A nation, my brother, my sister, that is not ready for patriotism is absolutely ready for a long demise. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Now we are live on YouTube, and our YouTube channel is Black Empire Media. Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K, and we are also live on Facebook. I want to say thank you so much for joining us. We are quite late today because of some technical challenges that we had to go through. But I want to say thank you so much, and I do apologize for the late start. We're going to run very quick with the broadcast for today. Please do me a favor, subscribe to our channel and hit on the notification bell so that whenever we are on, you'll be the first person to be told to watch. It is in the service of God and country. Here we don't criticize. But if we must criticize, we'll just criticize to build and not to destroy. That's the only condition. Criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. This is the Black Pot. And I want to say thank you so much to EasyIt. EasyIt is I-S-I-T. It is the newest social media app that is making the rounds. Everybody is talking about EasyIt. Now with EasyIt, you can go live, you can make video and audio calls, you can even do text messaging. It is a new social media app built by Ghanaian engineers in America. And the sweetest thing about EasyIt is this. It is easy to use. Please download the app from Google Play and App Store, and you are in good business. With EasyIt, it is the #1 app that you need. Why? Because it is not negative. Now, if your social media app is giving you nothing but negativity, violence, nudity, racism, jump ships and join us on EasyIt. EasyIt is easy to be on. I said, download the EasyIt app from Google Play and App Store. With EasyIt, they have powerful algorithms that remove anything negative before it even comes out. That is why with EasyIt we say that we are in spirit and in truth. Join us on EasyIt. We hope to welcome you pretty soon on the app EasyIt. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Come here. Now, today we have 5 very important issues we need to look at. Number 1 will take us to the Parliament of Ghana, where the speaker is called Kingsford, Alban, Sumana, Bagbin. He's coming all the way from the Upper West region of Ghana. My brother, my sister, and he says that the OSP is useless. Office of the Special Prosecutor is useless. That's what he's saying there. Now, Alban Bagbin has been an MP for so many years. At a point he said, enough is enough, I must leave. And he left his constituency. And then he got voted in as the Speaker of Parliament, albeit some jingoisms in Parliament. From when he became the Speaker of Parliament, it looked like Parliament ceased to be a rubber stamp of the executive. Bagbin has stood his ground, and on some occasions, some majority members in Parliament had to take a walk out of Parliament, claiming that he had been unfair to them. In other words, he had been biased. But Alban Bagbin has stood his grounds, and he has always tried to speak the language of Parliament. Today he's telling us the office of the special prosecutor is useless. And this is the special prosecutor. What is his name? Kisi Ejabeng. His predecessor was a man who ran out of the office in broad daylight, like a toad chased by a venomous cobra. When he ran out of the office, he said, the president who put me in there to be the special prosecutor is the mother serpent of corruption. Can you fix the jigsaw? The president is the mother serpent of corruption. And he's chasing you out of the office, then you must be a toad. The man ran out of the office of the special prosecutor. Many were those who believed that Alamisi Hamidu was going to be a man worth his salt. But he let everybody down, ran out of the office, he resigned, and said that the president was only pretending to be fighting corruption. But no, he wasn't. He was the mother serpent of corruption. This young man was brought in, and he came in there trying to be able to run the office the way it should be run. My brother, my sister, but the office, before it was even established, many legal brains said that it was a duplicity of efforts. If you have an attorney general, why do you want to have the office of the special prosecutor? Is it not a duplication of efforts? Or what really do you want to achieve? It looks like Alban, Kingsford, Sumana, Bagbin, the Speaker of Parliament, agrees with this assertion, and he says the office is what? Useless. This is from My Joy Online. He says, creation of office of special prosecutor was an act in futility. In other words, useless. Watch this, my Lord. Hey, come here. Watch me. He says, Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, says the creation of the office of the special prosecutor was an act in futility. Speaking during the consideration of the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian Family Values Bill 2021, the Speaker of Parliament stressed that the office will not achieve any results in the fight against corruption. Speaker Bagbin insists the Attorney General's department should rather be decoupled from the Ministry of Justice. It should be decoupled, separated. As for the law you passed on the establishment of the office of the special prosecutor, I did tell you that it was an act in futility. You were not going to achieve anything, but you went ahead and passed it, he said. He added that to achieve results in the fight against the canker, the Attorney General's office must be well funded to work on its own. I am very clear in my mind that that authority is embedded in the powers of the Attorney General's constitutionally. You separate the two. The Minister of Justice is a political appointee. The Attorney General is a technical person, he added. The assertion by the Speaker follows similar sentiments expressed by the minority in Parliament since the establishment of the office. Earlier, the group had alleged that the office of the special prosecutor has not been able to successfully prosecute a single case of corruption for punishment. Speaking to journalists, the Minority Chief Whip, Governs Agboja, said the office was unnecessary in the face of numerous investigative bodies in the country. Dash it away and come. Come here. Now, my brother, my sister, what is the work of the Attorney General? The Attorney General is the state's lawyer. Is the lawyer of the Republic. Any issue that has to be dealt with in the legal space has to be handled by the Attorney General as related to the nation. Should I say it again? Any issue legal that concerns the nation and has to be handled is to be handled by the Attorney General. Simple. If any country accuses our nation of anything illegal, it is the Attorney General who goes in there to defend the nation. Even if citizens of the nation accuse the nation of some illegality, it is the Attorney General's duty to stand and fight for the nation legally. Any issue that is legal is the work of the Attorney General, Lawyer General. So by bringing the OSP's office, what was the need? Should I tell you? It's simple. They decided to bring out the special prosecutor for one thing: corruption. In this case, the Attorney General is to step aside from corruption issues so that the office of the special prosecutor will handle that. It's a specialized office. For me, it's necessary. The Attorney General is so inundated with issues. And if the special prosecutor is asked to deal with cases of corruption, it is not in the wrong direction. Now, I agree with the other issue. Who appoints the special prosecutor? Is it the government in power? Alban Bagbin says the Attorney General is a technical person. He is not a political appointee. Unlike the office of the special prosecutor that is occupied by a political appointee. I don't know how many people are following this. The office of the special prosecutor only harnesses and garnishes the work of the Attorney General. It is supposed to be a specialized office. For instance, you go to the UK, even some parts of Africa, you have the GP, the general practitioner. It's a doctor who tackles almost everything. But you also have specialists who do special health concerns. The Attorney General's office is like a general practitioner's office. The office of the special prosecutor is supposed to be a specialized office that deals with only corruption and corruption-related issues. If it is well funded, it can rise to the occasion. But again, somebody would say, could they not have created the office of the special prosecutor under the Attorney General? The Attorney General could have just been asked to do something like this under the Attorney General after it's been separated from the Ministry of Justice. In that case, the OSP would be independent of political wranglings and underpinnings and undertones. Is it too technical for us to understand? Let's break it down simply. The office of the special prosecutor is a political appointment. The office of the Attorney General is not. So the office of the Attorney General has a wider space to operate, devoid of interferences from the government, even though we all know that a lot of these people, in one way or the other, are pushed in there through political power. Now the OSP, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, is 100% an office that is politically appointed. The president can get up today and sack you, but he cannot sack the attorney general like that, because the attorney general is a specialized person. True? According to what Alban Bagbin is saying. Empower the attorney general's office. If you want a specialized corruption fighter, you can open an office under the attorney general. You can even call it the office of the special prosecutor. It will work hand in hand with the attorney general. The attorney general can even decide to make it quite independent so that it can work. But whatever it is, the office of the special prosecutor is very important. We need people to be able to get whipped anytime they get corrupt. Anytime they smell of corruption. A nation that cannot fight corruption is the hub of criminality. And Ghana is becoming that. Belgians can come into this country, poo-poo on us and go away. Chinese people, Lebanese people come on us, they poo-poo our laws and walk out. Nothing happens to them. And we have crazy, dumb ministers who will tell us that there is no need for them to be prosecuted. After all, China is giving us money for Sino-Hydro. Such brains, weak brains, dead brains. So yes, Alban Bagbin has a point. One is a political appointment, and you don't bite the hands that feed you. Kiseja Bin has tried to be a man of his own, but they are fighting him. And in my opinion, he is extravagant. He wants everything. How much did he ask? 300 million Ghana cedis or so. Or is it 600 million Ghana? 600 million Ghana cedis. He wanted for cars alone. Recently, I was reading somewhere, some millions quoted. It has escaped me. He wanted that in cars. For what? Are you going to war? He wanted some kind of military vehicles and all that. Some hard body vehicles, some this kind of body vehicles and all that and all that. I think that it is a shot at the moon. He was asking for hefty salaries for his workers and pledged so many people without recourse to any endorsement. Nothing. No. You cannot be too autonomous. The nation is bleeding. You've been brought in to stop the bleeding. You don't increase the bleeding. That's what we are saying. Alban Bagbin, thank you so much for speaking. Let us look at the office of the special prosecutor alone. Detach it from politics. If it's possible, put it under the ministry of the Attorney General. Cut it away from the Minister of Justice, which is a political appointment as well. To God be the glory. I don't like being technical like this. I always want to bring it to the level of the people. If it's been technical, forgive me. But that's the best way I could handle this without making it overly ambiguous. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Come here. Now the next thing we want to look at, and is staring at you. Akufo-Addo has destroyed the MPP. And this is a KNUST lecturer talking. How many times haven't we said this? Do we all remember we said this here? This man is the worst man the NPP has ever had. He decided to destroy Nkrumah like his grandfather and fathers tried to do. But the ghost of KWAME Nkrumah slapped him every night. Now he's gone crazy. His brains are all mixed with kerosene and petrol. This man standing here, just staring at you like a zombie. No common sense is working on him anymore. My brother, who is this lecturer saying that Akufo-Addo has destroyed the NPP? This is the man. Does he look like a man who is malicious? Come here and run the story. Watch this. Hey! Akufo-Addo has almost succeeded in breaking up the NPP. Run the story. Watch this. It says, political science lecturer at the KWAME University of Science and Technology, KNUST, Dr. Akwesi Amachi Boateng, has criticized the leadership of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and its potential impact on the chances of the ruling New Patriotic Party. What is the name of the lecturer? KWAME. What? Dr. Akwesi Amachi Boateng. And he's what? A political science lecturer at the university I attended, the only university in Ghana. The KWAME University of Science and Technology. My brother, the rest of the universities, we'll talk about that later. Somebody said there are 2 universities in Ghana. The KWAME University of Science and Technology, 2, the rest. Dr. Amachi Boateng contends that President Nana Addo Dankwa's leadership has not only tarnished the image of the country, but has also jeopardized the unity within the NPP ahead of the 2024 elections. The truth is, the NPP people are not at ease because the primary goal of a political party is to remain in power. NPP is the ruling party, but they can see that they are leading to opposition. They are heading to opposition. He has said it in an interview on Akuma FM on December 7, 2023. One of the major issues highlighted by Dr. Amachi Boateng is the government's handling of the fight against illegal small-scale mining, popularly known as Galamsey. He claims that the NPP has failed to effectively address the Galamsey issue, which he believes will influence the votes. The lecturer contends that the party's chances are slim, and the Galamsey problem is a major contributor to this decline. Very soon, there would be an election to elect a new set of leaders. And I'm saying that Galamsey is pushing the NPP back into position. Galamsey is the major issue. The chances of the NPP are very slim. And one thing that can help them is their choice of a running mate. I am saying this because Dr. Bawumia is also tainted. The Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo factor has negatively affected Dr. Bawumia. So we don't see Dr. Bawumia as his own man. The Okonfo-Anokye crisis is also fighting against the NPP because they didn't do anything about it until Otumfuo intervened. So, see how Nana Addo's leadership has been a mess. 1 for the country and 2 for the party. And Nana Addo has almost succeeded in breaking up the NPP. That's it, my lord. This is the lecturer. What has he said that is wrong? What he has not added is that, apart from Galamsey, this party is also overly corrupt. And that Nana Akufo-Addo is an arrogant man. He's not a leader. He has not succeeded in uniting Ghanaians. He has not succeeded in even uniting his party members. This morning I was reading somewhere, and they said that some members have broken away, and some former ministers, one former Zongo minister, is saying that he's going to support Alan Kyerematen, a breakaway faction from the NPP, to be president. During the tenure of office of Akufo-Addo, we have seen the NPP disintegrate. There's now a butterfly party, or is it Afafanto? They are also there. Kennedy Japan is sitting somewhere, he says he will not campaign for the party. That's another faction. Bawumia has his own faction. My brother, let him choose his running mate. Those other people who were hoping that he would choose them would also factionalize the whole thing. Mark it. Now the party is a little quiet after the initial breaks. The next break is coming up after Bawumia chooses his running mate. Those other people who were hoping that he will choose them will now also gather and break away them all. This party is a demonic party. Nana Akufo-Addo is the uncle of Satan. He is the guy who has helped destroy this party. When you look at this party, I remember when they did Kumi Prekum. I was in Kumasi somewhere. We thought the world was coming to an end. Even babies in women's stomachs came out and joined that demonstration. Cockroaches and lizards and grasshoppers and all those dinosaurs in Kumasi and the animals at the zoo, Kumasi Zoo, all came out and joined in that demonstration. It's a way to tell you that it was a very popular demonstration. The MPP was growing from strength to strength. From Kumi Prekum, they came with Wiemi Prekum. Today, look at how the party has dwindled. They have disappointed the nation to the utmost level. I will be shocked if these people even get 20% in the next election. It means the 20%, we will create a different nation of liars and thieves and arrogant people for them to go and rule. It means they are immune to suffering and lies. Akufo-Addo has destroyed the MPP. True or false? Right now, their communicators cannot even speak. They now have POP, plaster of Paris. They can't talk. All because of what is happening in their dirty party. See, the opposition has a field day. This is the Blackport, aka Koko Shonam, where we speak truth to power. And we return. We have more for you. Give me 30 seconds, I'll be back. Hey! Wayo!
Blackport, Koko Shonam.
This is the Blackport, aka Koko Shonam, where we speak truth to power. And my name, certainly, Black RASTA. Destruction is easy for humans. But creating, is not that easy. A Jamaican musician, Owen Moncrief, aka Fantan Moja, sang, they kill great men. They can't build great men. It's easy to destroy than to create. It's sad. This is the Blackport, aka Koko Shonam, next to Orimayod. Watch this. And this is interesting. It says, MPIANIM decries lawlessness in Ghana. And it's interesting. It's a very interesting story. This is MPIANIM. He's a renowned economist, a stalwart of the NPP. He's one of those criticizing Nana Akufo-Addo. Nana Akufo-Addo has destroyed the party to the point that even stalwarts like this are all breaking away. Nyaho Tamaklu, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu, they've all broken away. And they are speaking against the party. Kufuor himself is decrying the situation. Nana Akufo-Addo is a demon. I'm telling you. Those of you who are waiting to go to hell and see Satan, you have one right here in Ghana. He's called Nana Akufo-Addo. I used to think Satan was so tall and that he had a long beard. But today I know that Satan is a bald-headed man who wears rimmed glasses and is very arrogant. This is MPIANIM, renowned economist. He had always followed the NPP, but now no, he's campaigning against the NPP because he says It is a party that has destroyed itself. Nana Akufo-Addo helping to dismantle everything. Run the story, my youth. Police freed me even though I committed a traffic offense. This is MPIANIM. So the name is PANIM, not MPIANIM. Police freed me even though I committed a traffic offense. MPIANIM, on need for anyone to go under the law. Some time ago, if you are a learned man like this, your names will change. The Kwame will go, the PANIM will go, and you'll be called Jonathan Watson. The more sons you had in your name, the more learned. Jonathan Blackston, Makatin, Nakison, then you are a learned man. What enslaved people and enslaved minds. Today, I'm glad I've lived long enough to see learned people go by their indigenous names. I salute you, MPIANIM. Economist MPIANIM recently shared a story about a traffic incident where the police opted to let him go despite his overspeeding violation. Speaking on the theme, reimagining Ghana's development trajectory for a peaceful, prosperous nation by 2027. On December 11, 2023, MPIANIM stated that even though he committed a traffic offense, the police officers decided to let him go and not prosecute him because he supposedly had an influential advantage. The posture towards politically advantaged persons, he said, will not help in the quest to develop. When I used to drive, I was on my way to Agradaa. The police stopped me after they pointed the speed detector laser gun at me. They said I was doing 800 kilometers per hour in a 60 kilometer hour speed limit. Actually, I was doing 100 kilometers per hour. The officer told me that I was going to be arraigned in court. I then told him that Second D was too far, so he should let me go to a court in Accra. Then I saw his boss approaching and his face changing because he recognized me. He said, "Hello, Mr. PANIM. How are you?" And I responded that I was fine. He inquired where I was going. And I told him I was on my way to Agradaa. I told him that with my offense, I would like to go to Accra for the court. He quickly interjected and said, "Who said you are going to court?" He asked the corporal if he arrested me, and he responded, "No." The senior police officer then said, "I should have a safe trip," he said. Reflecting on the incident, PANIM acknowledged his son's perspective, emphasizing that everyone should be held accountable under the law. I told this story to my son, who is in the USA, and he said the police should have arrested me and given me a ticket. I asked him why, and he told me that everybody must be made to go under the law. That's it. So you can imagine why I chose this story, right? My brother, there are so many places I go to, and I buy the botechino. I understand that we are contributing a lot to the development of the nation. We have a face that is always on TV. We have a face that is seen to be a very patriotic face. Sometimes we fall. How about the man that you don't know? You probably don't know that he's also doing some very positive things somewhere. But because his face is not on TV, because the focus lights are not on him, he makes a small offense and boom, he pays for that. But I go free. A number of occasions, twice, thrice, 4 times, I was stopped by the police. What was it? Where's your license? I start looking for my license because I don't remember the last time a policeman asked me for a license. Because they believe that this guy will do the right thing. But it's not about the belief. It's about whether they are doing it or not. I know discretion is very important with the police. I start looking for it. Policeman taps me and says, "Don't worry, go." And then I drive off. Another time, a policeman stopped me and asked me if I had a weapon in my car. I said yes. He said, show me the weapon. I said, the weapon is God, the creator, Jah. Jah, the creator of the universe. He laughed and said, may I still search you? I said, yes, please go ahead. He starts searching. He's looking elsewhere. Then he finds a screwdriver. Approaching me, I thought he was going to say, so you actually have a weapon in the car. When he came to me, he said, I found a weapon. And this is the weapon. We laughed, and he said, please go. I was impressed. The policeman knew who I was, but he still went ahead to do his work. But today, policemen have become beggars on the streets of Accra and beyond. They meet you. Instead of doing their work, they are asking you for weekend chop money. Charlie, your boy is there on the road. Oh. No, when you do that, you have no respect. American police will not do that. That is why I keep telling our people, pay the police well. Give them salaries that are good. And again, give them a good retirement package. In America, in England, a lot of the police people are not able to fool around like our Ghanaian and African police people do sometimes, because when they look at their retirement benefit and the danger of losing that by taking a single bribe, they put it away. They will do the right thing. But when you look at your retirement benefit, it's as fair as the hair in your nose. You throw all caution to the dogs. True? In the country, we pretend to work and they pretend to pay us. I went to one of these embassies some years back. Boldly they wrote there, please do not give us any gifts. A mere thank you handshake is enough. My brother, they employed a few Ghanaians in the foreign embassy. They had a nice way of taking the bribe. They will tell you, put it under the table. Drop it under the table. When you drop, they will put a leg on it. And drop a piece of paper. As if they are picking the paper, they pick the money and they pocket it. My brother, it looks like corruption is in our DNA. Let me not digress. Let all of us be subjected to the same cane, the same law. If all people cannot be equal before the law, then we are operating an animal farm. Write it down. If all citizens of our nation cannot be subjected to the same law, then we don't have a nation. What we have is called an animal farm. Hey! If all citizens of our nation cannot be subjected to the same law, then we don't have a nation. What we have is called an animal farm. Not even a banana republic. KWAME, thank you so much for this. I have seen big men who will come out from their car speeding at 170 kilometers per hour at a place they should be going 60. You don't know me? Who the hell are you? Who is your boss? I'll call your boss right now. You dare stop me? You're a fool. Some MPs would also say that, yeah, they are the same people who are making the laws. They make the laws for us and they exclude themselves. Such fools. How would the nation grow? You make laws for the goose and different laws for the gander, yet they both live on the same farm. KWAME, thank you so much. Of course, I have been freed by a number of policemen. The other day, I U-turned into a certain place. I didn't know, absolutely, around, what's the name of that area? And then the police people stopped me. I stopped by. I thought they had recognized me and they just wanted to say hi because they do that to me most of the time. And he said, you U-turned into the wrong area. I said, oh, really? Was there a signboard? He said, yes. He said, oh, but don't worry, you go. I said, no, I want to see the signboard. So I came down from the car, went and looked at the signboard. Is it Awoshi? Yes, Awoshi. Anya Market. Around there, U-turn. You can U-turn, but you can't enter into the inner lane. So I U-turned and went into the inner lane. And it was an offense. I told him, honestly, me, I don't know, but to be honest with you, what is my punishment? He said, oh, don't worry, you go. I started driving away and I felt bad. They will arrest Mr. Mensah, who is not known, and he will pay. Should I see this as a favor? Is it the right favor? Or should I insist that I be punished? Because I did it one time in school and the teacher almost killed me. Some people were caught late and they were lashing them. When I got there, one of the teachers said, go. Because he knew I was never late. But when I walked away, something told me, but my friends are all being caned. We are all late. Why should they cane some and leave some? I walked back to the man. By what time he had finished caning the rest of them? I think he gave them 5 lashes each. I said, sir, my conscience is not, I said, I told you to go. I said, yes, that's why I'm here. The way you cane the other people and you didn't cane me, I don't feel good. He said, oh, really? Okay, come here. He gave me about 15 lashes. That day, when I got back to the dormitory and took off my white singlet, I saw blood stains on it. I'll never forget this. That teacher, I know where he is right now. He died. He's not in his grave, he's in hell. Satan is sodomizing him as we speak right now, waiting for Nanado to join him there. He caned me. I was only about 14. Lashed my bare back. 15 lashes. For being too known. The teacher knows that you always come late. Today you are late. You always come early. Today you are late. He says go. You go back to him and say, because you are holy Moses, holier than thou. Let's look at this very well. If I were you, I will beg the policeman and say, please take me to court. I beg you. If we all insist on this, no policeman will take a penny from us on the road. If you are wrong, tell him to give you a ticket. That way, they won't profit over us and our nation will develop. Do you agree with me? It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushono, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we will be reading your messages. Send them in. Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot. Coco show them.
This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Coco Showman. Here we speak truth to power. Now let your messages come in. And these are your thoughts. Asante Akwesi. Akwesi Asante says Black Rasta. Please, my Black Rasta is the double K. BLA double K. Yes, sir. Akwesi Asante. He said the Black Pot. Coco Showman. Andre Salifu says, good afternoon, bro. May Allah bless you for your good work. Thank you so much. David Panford says, Blakk, please, tomorrow play me Frenzy. Since it's Wednesday. Listening live from London. Orpington. Frenzy. You really want to hear it? Okay, I'll play it for you. Hodu Kotoko. No, Hodu Kotoka says hi. Hi. Frank Marie Rosario says, hi everyone. And Godspeed X-Bio says hi. Mark Romeo Fori says greetings, Professor Blakk. Mauli M. Amagulo says Black Rasta. These leaders are playing with the minds of Ghanaians. Akondo Guda says big up on yourself, Black Rasta, and greetings to our Nima Judgment Yard squad, especially President Tamimu is your boy Ras Snoop from America. Blessed love, Ras Snoop. Asma Banda says, Ghana, what the speaker says is nothing but the truth. Because the OS speaker don't perform. There's corruption everywhere. My God. Wanini Boy says, good evening, Black Rasta. Good to be in class always for you. Joseph Zenu says, good evening. Goswe Jata says, live in Kumasi. Come here, Wayo. Asma Banda 1 says, greetings to you, legendary Black Rasta and the crew. We thank God for yet another day. Sparrow, Sparrow. Oh, yes. Sparrow, Sparrow says, big up. My brother, Delari says, more fire, Black Empire. Love and respect. All right? Keep your messages coming in. We'll take a second batch before we go. Next story, my youth. We have 2 more stories and we are done. I'm going to be quick. Bad MPs frustrated Speaker of Parliament. How did they frustrate the Speaker of Parliament? And who said that they frustrated the Speaker of Parliament? You make me sick. The 2 times Speaker Bagbin has scolded MPs for improper behavior in Parliament. Wow. The 8th Parliament of Ghana is arguably the most intense parliament the country has witnessed in the over 30 years of its 4th republic, due to the difference of 1 between the minority caucus, that's 137 MPs, and the majority caucus, 138 MPs. Now, this parliament has seen maybe the most walkouts, sometimes even the majority caucus of the House, and tussles between majority and minority MPs. It, in fact, even began with a fight during the election of the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin. Remember, I told you that. These tense moments have even forced Speaker Alban Bagbin, who is most calm and collected, to usher harsh words, which a section of Ghanaians have criticized. They accuse the Speaker of talking to the MPs like his children. Here are 2 instances when the Speaker of Parliament lost his cool in the House. You make me sick, Alban Bagbin to MPs. Alban Bagbin on February the 23rd, 2022, threatened to order the arrest of some unruly members of Parliament who had refused to heed his advice. His concerns emanate from the manner in which the Speaker is welcomed in the chamber at the start of proceedings, when he is escorted into the chamber by the clerks and other support staff. What is happening in this parliament is completely unacceptable, and I am not sure you have an appreciation of the temperature of the country. Neither am I sure you know the arduous nature of the responsibility that has been placed on your shoulders. You are all matured adults. What I am talking about, chatter when he is entering the chamber, is still happening, he lamented. He went on to issue the threat of arrest and removal of MPs who were found complicit in the act. The Marshal Department, get ready. I will be compelled to get the Marshal to get people arrested and sent out. You are saying, hey, he rhetorically asked some members who reacted to his threat before adding, Parliament is not a place for joking. It is a place for business, serious national business. He pointed out that with the uniqueness of the current parliament in Ghana's legislature history, there was the need for MPs to be prepared to change, to accept the decision of the people and work together. You make me sick, he completed. If you are a serious MP, you won't go and chatter like kindergarten boys. You're not serious. When it's time to vote for your dirty e-levy, even those on the surgeon's table with their brains opened inside out for surgery, you find a way of putting them on planes to bring them to come and vote. Some of your dead MPs, you go to Awudome Cemetery, dig their corpses out, their skeletons to come and vote. Dirty people in parliament. Right after voting for your demonic e-levy, they all go to sleep. You go to parliament and it's empty. Are you representing the people or you are representing your own folly? I'm speaking for Ghana. Some of these MPs are nothing but fools. I'm telling you. Some of them, my brother, they are chatterboxes. They are only there to make noise and disturb. No wonder the Speaker of Parliament calls them little children. So you are all matured, yet you are behaving like kindergarten children. I went to Parliament once when I was hauled before them. You should have seen how some of them were behaving like kindergarten boys and girls. Stretching their legs on my way. Don't pass here, get away. Some of them were even saying, go and change your attire. That was what they were saying, like kindergarten children. I was wearing kente and came to the parliament with kente and my turban. You are wearing the white man's suit. You claim I'm not well dressed. Are you not a kindergarten child? Joker. What is the other instance? It had to do with Esula, right? Next page. Get to the next page. Now, do you listen to yourself when you talk? And this is Bagbin to Eslo. Alban Bagbin recently lost his cool again and reprimanded the Minister for Communications, Eslo Owusu, during a debate on a yet-to-be-laid legislative instrument, the LI. The discussion centered around the proposed restriction of the importation of strategic products into the country, with both the minority and the minister actively engaged. As the debate unfolded, Ursula caught the speaker's attention with her comments questioning why the House was discussing the LI when it had not been officially laid before them. She remarked, Mr. Speaker, I believe that the LI has not been laid, so I have no idea what they are debating in this House today. There is nothing before the House. So as you indicated to the minister that we are not yet there, I was of the opinion that you would tell my colleagues on the other side that there is nothing before us. The speaker interjected, asking, Honorable Minister, were you here from the very beginning? To which Esla Owusu Ekufu responded, no, I have been here since morning, even before the prayer. Listen, were you here from the beginning? No, not from the beginning. But I was here from morning before you even came here and started the thing. What did he now? Dabi mindidi ye. Afe no mudi fufuo bi aba amema didi ewie. Nenu edi. The speaker further questioned her. Then why do you say no? Do you really listen to yourself when you are speaking? And she didn't end there. She spoke more. She said, yes, I do. Esla responded. The speaker interjected again, saying, if you were here from the very beginning, and I asked if you were here from the very first beginning, you said no. Then you continue, and now you are telling me you were here even before I entered. So it meant you were not listening to yourself. Esla Owusu Ekufu, who is also the Minister of Parliament for Ablekuma West, defended herself, stating, this is the first time I am appearing in the House this week. I have been here since the beginning of proceedings today, and I do listen to myself very carefully. Furious, the speaker retorted, I don't think so. To which Esla said he was entitled to his opinion. The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, then ordered her to resume her seat, emphasizing, Honorable Minister, this is not the Ministry of Communication. This is Parliament. Resume your seat. Were you here from the beginning? No. But I was here from the morning before you even came in before the prayer. But that means you were here right from the beginning? No. I wasn't here right from the beginning, but I was here when you walked in and said the prayer. Do you listen to yourself when you speak Of course, I do listen to myself. Eh? But I was not here the whole week. This is the first time. Maybe she was high on some things. If I were the person that said, oh, I was high on things. My brother, they are frustrating the man. And the man is still standing tall. No wonder recently he had to go to Dubai and seek medical attention. This man has lost weight. I pray that he gets well. But it's the black fault. Parliamentarians must behave like there's a responsibility for them to accomplish. What I'm seeing in Parliament right now, it looks like it's all about their political affiliations and parties. Dash. Last story. Last story. Watch it. It says, Agradaa pays bribe to police to free pastor. Hallelujah. Do you know Agradaa? She was a fetish priestess. All of a sudden, she said she had put away all the fetishism. And she was a minister of God, holding the Bible and preaching. In fact, she is the hub of trolls, the hub of jokes and laughter anytime she tries to speak English. But she's bold. She goes ahead to say it. Recently, she divorced her husband and went to pick one of the pastors. And they are always online talking about how hard their sexual affair is better than the other man. Yet every Sunday, people flock to the church. They are certainly not looking for salvation. They are going to a circus clown. And this is a circus where she cracks jokes for them to laugh. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Man and husband can dance all kinds of dance and sing all sorts of songs in church to entertain the people. Hallelujah. She said she paid bribes. Was that what she said? Run the story, my youth. How Agradaa paid 7,500 Ghana cedis to the police for her junior pastor to escape 2-year imprisonment. Run it. Nana Agradaa has disclosed how she had to fork out an enormous amount of money to the Ghana Police Service after one of her junior pastors was embroiled in an issue. According to her, there was a time when she had an issue with a pastor at the police station, and 2 men who were under her as pastors had to sign a bond with the police on her behalf for her to be granted bail. She indicated that after she was granted bail, one of her junior pastors who signed a signatory with the police was accused of wrongdoing and was sentenced to a 2-year imprisonment sentence, yes, right, by the court. Nana Agradaa noted that she had to pay a whooping 7,500 Ghana cedis to the police before the person was freed and got to avoid the 2-year jail term he was due to serve. Some time ago, I had a case with dash it. Bring it back. Bring that page back. There's something. Look at the second paragraph. My husband went to the court to find out the reasons for his arrest, but it turned out we had to pay a huge amount of money to save him. We paid the full amount, which was 7,500. Oh yes, for the guy to get his freedom and escape a 2-year jail term. She said, whilst preaching to her congregants with the video shared on Thunder TV. So Ghana police took 7,500 Ghana cedis to free a man who had committed a crime. What was the crime? Rape. So you took the money and the rape victim will continue to suffer. Was it robbery? You took the money so that the robbery victim will continue to suffer. Was it battery? You took the money so the battery victim will suffer. Anytime you take a bribe, you derail the cause of justice. Anytime you offer a bribe, anytime a bribe is taken, in both instances, you derail the cause of justice. Some people suffer. Recently, some judges took goat from Anas Armiyao Anas to free criminals, hardened criminals like rapists and armed robbers and murderers, all because of goat meat. Justice doesn't work anymore in Ghana. Well, I wish the IGP will push Agradaa to show her which police station that was. Identify which policeman took the bribe so that investigations would go on. These are the things that will help clean up the Ghana police. I love Ghana police, but you got to deal with it with wisdom. Rebrand the Ghana police. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Let's look at your last messages and we're done. Wanini Boy says, good evening, Black Rasta. Good to be in class today. Wayo. Joseph Zenu says, good evening. Gosway Jata says, live in Kumasi here. Come here. Wayo. Asma Banda said, greetings to you, legendary Black Rasta and the crew. God bless you. Sparrow says, big up Black Rasta. Delari says, more fire, Black Empire. I think we read this earlier. Benjamin Achu says, bless me, brother. I bless you, my brother. Bravo dude says is the Blakk Pot of wisdom. And he says, Wayo! Mohammed Banjia, one. A bit late today, but Mbiali, we are still together in spirit. Inshallah. Come here! Wayo! MC Scorpion, inside a shy man. Joe Amma says wisdom. And he says, oh, Black Rasta and his teacher, you made me laugh. Ali Sani says, hello. Dan Daniel says, good afternoon, Black. NPP is always a criminal party. Good job watching you from Portland, Oregon, United States of America. Alaji Savulugu says, good evening, Black Rasta. I'm watching you live from Savulugu. Blessed love. I love that name. Bini Yuri Bushali. Bini Yuri Bushali. Alaji Bini Yuri Bushali Savulugu. Not many can pronounce this. Alaji Bini Yuri Bushali Savulugu. The only one Black Rasta in the Alaji Bini Yuri Bushali Savulugu says, hey, the only one Black Rasta in the African history class. May God bless you. And he says, Tompo says, what Ghana man is afraid? So man, let's go to court. That's what Ghana man is afraid of. Let's go to court. Say, oh, Metia. Alaji bin Yurubisali Savulugu says, yes, the only Black Rasta man is here. And Basit BT says, MPP, EC Ghana. And he says, Mohammed Yakubu says, brother, you are blessed. Keep it up. You are blessed too. Pia Joseph says, my name, weapon. Pia, yes, a weapon. Pia, a weapon. My name, weapon. I love you so much. All right. Dobi Usman says, good evening, Black Rasta. What did you do wrong to that Rasta man? Which Rasta man? About Rasta man. Okay, so you let me have the details. I don't do wrong to people. Blakk Pot. I say thank you so much. I appreciate you. Alaji bin Yurubisali Savulugu and the rest of you. We want to say Tompo and all of you. We say thank you so much, my Professor Albion Mens. Oh my God, have mercy. Professor, oh my God, University of Central Missouri in Missouri. Juana Nobetumu Albino. Ubiarantumu. Ata, I greet you. My name Black Rasta is been a Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Hey! Wayo!
Power!